Hello, welcome to class. Make sure you've got either a yoga strap or a belt or a TheraBand or even a towel. It's just to have a hamstring stretch. We've got 2 strong springs and a half a spring on or a medium spring on, and put the foot bar up at a height that you usually do your plies. So we've got 2 strong and 1 medium spring, so 2.5. Headrest is down, and we're just going to start with some pelvic tilt. So you're going to lift your tailbone up and then return back to neutral. So lift the tailbone up and then really reach the tailbone away, stretching out your lower back, and then return. And we're pivoting around the hip socket, so really take your mind's eye to the hips and imagine like a hinge joint opening up and then returning back to neutral. And now some navel to spine, so hand around your waist and you're drawing your belt in a notch, wide ribs, and then breathing out, zipping the pelvic floor, navel to spine, drawing your belt in a notch. 1 or 2 more of these, so it's like you've got a corset on and the laces are at the front and you're drawing the laces in. Into spine curls, arms down by your side. Now tilt the tailbone up to the ceiling, lift the tailbone up to the ceiling as you roll the pelvis up. Breathe in at the top and then breathing out to roll the spine back down into the carriage and return. Again, 8 of these, 7. Return to neutral and then tuck the tailbone up. Squeeze in the back of the legs. Good, about 5 more. Imagine there's a tennis ball between your knees, so you've got your inside thighs engaged there. Warming the spine up by articulating, pivoting in the hips, because that's our theme for today. So really opening up the front of the hip sockets by contracting the buttocks, contracting the back of the legs. Good, now we're going to hold the next one up there and we're going to do some pulses. So tuck the tailbone up, lift the hips up, lower down, pulse. 2, 3, use the back of the legs, 4, and the glutes, 5 rather than lower back, 6, 7, stretch out the knees, 8, away from the hips, 9, 10. Now hold it there. You might want to even have a little poke of your buttocks. Okay, really firming up both glutes to stretch the front of the hips out. And then as you roll down, keep tucking the tailbone up towards the ceiling and then return to neutral. Well done. Bring your legs together. We're going to do curl ups in tabletop. So lift your head and your chest up, lift your knees up, legs are together. Lift and then lower halfway down and then little pulses. 10, 9, legs together. 8, inside thighs. 7, 6, pelvic floor. 5, 4, lower abs, initiate all the movement. Good, and then into obliques. Reach the left arm across the right thigh, reach. 2, 3, so the left shoulder's up a little higher. 5, 6, 7, tummy initiates the movement. 9, 10, back through center, then the other side, and reach. 2, lower abdominals. 3, 4, navel to spine. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now stay up there. 10, hands behind your head, square up, and then calf taps. 2, pivoting in the hips, that's the theme. 3, 4, moving the thigh bones. 5, in the hip sockets. 6, 7, without moving your lower back or your pelvis. 9, 10, now grab hold of your knees, have a little rest, and gently pulse the knees in towards your chest, folding at the hips, folding at the front of the hips, feeling that massage, folding. 1 or 2 more, and then into hip rolls. So knees are up into tabletop, grab hold of the shoulder rests, and then you roll, roll, roll over, and then return. Going a little bit further than you usually do to really stretch out your spine in this rotation. Breathing into a roll, pressing the left shoulder down and then return. Good. Pressing the right shoulder down and return. Good. And again, rolling over and return. Good. And then really reaching over, feeling a beautiful stretch and twist in the spine, scooping the belly in. Going a little bit further, opposite shoulder blade down. Good, stretching out. One or two more to each side, really twisting and stretching the spine out. Lovely. Place the feet down and then put the headrest up. Hamstring stretch. So grab your strap or your belt. Put your foot through the strap and then the leg goes up to the ceiling. And then you're going to bend and straighten the leg 10 times. 2, a little bend. 3, folding at the hip. 4, good, fold at the hip. 5, good, keep the knee in line with the middle toe. 6, reaching away. 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. And then just pausing there, breathing into the back of the leg. Really feeling that fold at the hip socket. One or two more deep breaths. And then we're going to go into an ITB stretch, iliotibial band. So sickle the foot like you've rolled onto the outside of the foot. Hold onto the strap with your left hand. Draw your foot across to the right and then up towards, across to the left and then up towards the left shoulder. Both hips are square to the ceiling. The leg is crossed over and up, and you'll feel this hopefully in either the outside of your shin or the outside of your leg. Other side. Keep breathing as you're moving. Set yourself up so you get a nice hamstring stretch and make sure your pelvis is still in on the carriage. 2, 3, zipping the kneecap up. 4, stretching the back of the leg. 5, scooping the tummy. 6, 7, collarbones away from the ears. 8, 9, last one, 10. Now hold it there for a few deep breaths, giving the muscle in the back of the leg a chance to soften and melt. Keeping that thigh muscle engaged will send a message to the back of that leg to soften. Now sickle the outside of the foot up, hold on to the straps with your right hand, draw it across and up. Hips are square to the ceiling, feeling it on the outside of the leg. Keep scooping the belly in. Breathing into the lower ribs, the mid ribs and the upper ribs. Back through center. And then let's put that down into plies. Put your right foot through the strap like you're doing that hamstring stretch. Left heel in line with the sit bone. And then we start by pressing out, straighten the left leg and then return. 10 of these. 2. Think of pressing the left thigh down towards the floor. 3. 4. So that we get into the hip extensors, the back of the hips. 6. Right leg is straight. 7. Doesn't matter what height it is at, make sure that the knee is straight so we get into that hamstring. 9. Last one. 10. Good. Switch legs. Hello. For the rest of that workout, go to my website, which is nellh.tv. There you will find my unique systematic approach to the Pilates method. There's packages there for the Reformer, for the Wonder Chair, and also for the Cadillac. I hope you enjoy, and remember, movement is medicine.